Alright, hello everybody and welcome to some Fortnite. So, I was trying to do the Minecrafts and I'm so logged out. I gotta figure out some account stuff and get it all sorted. I think it's because I need to fix my Realm subscription, and I think that threw a wrench in the cogs. But I mean, it's all kind of wonky, like going between game systems and all that fun stuff. And even just setting up a game like this, insanely cumbersome. Like, oh, I don't know. But we got some new areas, and yeah, I want to do the Minecraft though because I'm trying to figure out some things I want to do for the projects. Like, I'm doing Google Docs, so we'll talk a little bit about it in this. Mostly we'll just be shooting at people and whatnot, but, ugh, and so much going on too. And like, ugh, one day, I have to talk about stories that happened over 10, 15 years ago for statute of limitations. I'm just kidding. No. As scary as it is to live in like an 18 or 1984, whatever it is, George Orwell surveilled society, it pretty much is. If you're out doing heinous stuff, you will get caught. That's why I really don't care. I'm comfortable with all that. Like, also because of where I live, Colorado, we're very forward-thinking, liberal, but conservative too. We're horribly conservative as well. Uh, I feel like going on the ship is a bad idea. I'm gonna try to go in the auxiliary areas. Oh yeah, there's a person patrolling right there. Yeah. Yoink. Okay, there's some. Alright. There's one. We're doing the ranked too, because there's like a nice pickaxe I want to get. So I just gotta survive. Just gotta survive storm circles. But anyways, I started talking to some of my family out in Wisconsin. And sorry, not to like mock them or anything. I love Wisconsin. I've been for a while. It's nice. It's a nice place, good people. Pretty much like everywhere. Depends on who you talk to and where you're at. But the political divide. I have a whole playlist that I think I still have set to private just because like it got so cumbersome. There's still Borderlands stuff. But I was just like talking about like politics and religion, the two taboos. And just the two of the most uncomfortable things to talk about. And for good reason. I mean, they're for control. And like, out of control, there's respect that's closely linked. And anybody is not going to take kindly to being disrespected. That's basically what it all boils down to. I mean, it sounds so simple. It sounds so kind of like mobster-esque or whatever. But it is. It's all about respect. That's why I love Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Because even in that, the way that Nacho, sorry, and I won't try to do too many spoilers, but one of the lines that Nacho says is, you know, he's showing respect, basically translating to, at least this person, you know, they're in way over their depth, they have no idea what's going on, but at least they're not being jerks about it. Like, they're taking a calm approach. And I've seen that translated several different ways, you know, from all different types of places and areas and, you know, high society, low society, mostly low society, but like, Um, but yeah, trailer parks and whatnot, and just good old working places. See, I still don't even know how those things work. Like, I know you get a boost. There we go. What? What? I'm like bouncing. Yeah. What? Oh. I think I just heard something being built. And there's something moving out there. It's like light. I don't know. This is all new to me. I haven't played that much in here. Like, so. But anyways, like the biggest thing. So in Colorado, we had this thing. We had Heidi Ganahl try to take on Governor Polis, and Governor Polis won. And she was trying to say that she was trying to say that kids were identifying as animals, like furries or whatever. And I know there's like that talk and joke all over YouTube videos, like, oh my gosh, furries, and like, and there's, you know, like certain like, oh gosh. Oh jeez. Go in. Sorry, this just got real, really fast. Okay. Slowly destroy their car. And there's also, like, I think I heard a henchman over here. Mr. bouncing around on freaking tires and whatnot. Yeah, I'm being stealthy over here. Okay, that guy was wigging out. Alright. So that car can come back. Whew. Anyways, yeah, so there's kitty litter now in schools. Oh, wait, I have a big shield. Nice. Thought there was only one. And it really backfired on her because what it turned out is Denver schools were starting to stock up on kitty litter and a bucket as common school supply necessities because of school shootings, such as Ulvade or however you pronounce it, that town in Texas where it took several hours to clear a lockdown. And you know, schools go down into lockdown over anything, like even drills, like sometimes can last more than an hour. I mean, hopefully not, but you never know. It depends on how realistic they want to make it. So anyways, and one of my relatives was like, is concerned about that, and understandably so, because it is a very concerning thing. Like, if kids are trying to use litter boxes in a classroom, yeah, first off, that's indecent exposure and it should never happen in the first place. There is a toilet in some preschools just because kids, like, they're at that young age where you have to have them, like, they can't be unattended and you can't leave a whole class unattended. But there's like a privacy wall, and so like, and it's just generally known that, and I don't know, I haven't been there when it's even been in use. Like, I've dropped off kids and just seen it. So anyway, sorry. It's like, these are valid concerns. You don't want, and like, that's why, like, I can understand parents' outrage if they think that kids are trying to use like a litter box, and even if the litter box is in like the actual bathroom, that's strange and concerning and completely untrue. So, and it was debunked during the election, and Governor Polis won, not just because of that, but, and I even posted a couple of articles for my relative to read, be like, hey, check this out. This was debunked, and then I even found one from Fox News that said it was debunked, and it wasn't furry activity in school. Granted, it didn't mean that kids aren't wearing cat ears and messing with people, and that's what and I even told them that. I was like, you know, I feel like kids are just wearing animal stuff, you know, to mess with people at this point. Like, how do you know it's genuine, like they want to identify as something like that? And even then, like, the realm of identifying as something like that, I don't know. And like, anybody who's watched my stream or my videos a lot knows I tend to just not approach the issue. I mean, I have a bit of a South Park issue, but at the same time I understand, again, it goes back to respect. To respect somebody, to call them what they want to be identified as. And the whole Latin X movement, or I mean the concept, instead of Latina or Latino, it's Latin X, to kind of just be nondescript, not put so much effort into, oh my gosh, that was cool. Whatever that was, but I'm gonna get this thing. It is insane. It's just like a bunch of like car battles and... Okay, good. Whew. This glitched out to where... Oh. Wait a minute. Okay, maybe I was just doing it wrong, actually. So, I was switching. Well, then I don't know what was going on. Maybe my gun was disabled, but I feel like it would just explode and disappear if there was a problem with it. But, I don't know. Anyways, I was trying to use that to shoot the turrets. Now we have turrets. We have boost. And then the gas, too. Like, when it first started, there was unlimited gas. My son and I were playing a couple rounds. And we were just, like, using the booster, and it was just not running out. So, actually, I think that still doesn't run out the gas, but now they've added it to where gas does run out. And you gotta go to one of these many locations that's been outfitted as a garage. Definitely a lot of Borderlands 3 vibes. Let's see, I got... Oh, shoot. Sing duck. Refuel? It's like a pit stop. Oh my gosh. I want to discover this area too. Oh wait, oops. Wrong area. Yeah, and this has a lot of Borderlands 3 vibes, especially like that dirty area, the dust. Yeah, the dust, literally. Interesting that it marks it for you. Oh. Good, got the goal. Here's something. And then those wacky, waveable, inflatable arm creatures. Yeah, and this looks like Borderlands 1 even, like where they have just that giant rig, basically like an oil rig. Oh, in fact, that even, oh. So I guess maybe Borderlands has a lot of Mad Max type thing. Yeah, an actual oil rig. Interesting. And I have some buddies that they are in the oil business. A few people I know. That's fine. Like, I mean, it's a business. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, I still support alternative energy, but at the same time, I support people just having jobs and making a living. Now, fracking was another Colorado thing. There's been some issues with that. So I have the spiked thing. But anyways, because there's fracking concerns that it's poisoning the water, the groundwater. So if we have different ways to produce energy that are much safer, it doesn't even have to be like a whole lot safer. It's like, oh, is it just not poisoning our drinking water? Because fresh water is it's a resource we need to protect. We can't just be polluting it. And it takes a lot of effort to clean it. My dad used to work at a water treatment plant, and I got his field notes too. But even that, like, ES showed it as well. It's not just a bit knowledge like that. Just driving around. Why weren't they fighting? Oh, maybe they were fighting. It was shark. Oh man, I can't figure it out. How do you... There we go. Okay. So I was switching weapons and that breaks it. Got it. Oh, wait, what? Let's try to reload. Ah, they got me. They shot me right in the windshield. Oh. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. Colorado is just kind of like a hotbed for experiential learning and in practice understanding of how things work or don't work. Especially in politics. Now, that's not to say we don't have some of the big government type concerns. I mean, one of my buddies was concerned about having to pay to register a yard sale. Like, that seems like a very American thing to be able to hold a yard sale and not worry about it. Now, I can see that as a place to fence stolen goods, and as that becomes more of a concern, maybe undercovers need to go frequent these yard sales. In fact, I'm pretty sure they do. But, I mean, I already know they do things like bait bikes and bait cars, and, you know, they try to entice people to steal things and take shortcuts, basically. It's a good way to look at it too. It's not like I'm no saint, you know, and I studied cybersecurity under someone that, he started off the class. He's like, I got a checkered past, like a checkered background. I'm not completely squeaky clean. And some of the best ethical hackers start off as, excuse me, black hat, like straight up hacking people's stuff, stealing credit cards, stealing money, ripping off old people. That's the worst. That's why I love what's his name, Mark Rober. He does the hacker or the scammer payback with the glitter bombs. It's awesome. And then he did this one video that was just like a massive. I'm pretty sure it's Mark Rober, but even if not, like he does amazing things with people. Like he went to San Francisco and left a bunch of bait backpacks in his car, or in these cars that get the windows smashed. And that's getting cracked down on. But there's places where people can sell stolen goods. I mean, usually places where, the more homeless types hang out. The people with lowered expectations of how to make money. Like, or they're more susceptible to those kinds of shortcuts. And I'm talking illegal stuff. I mean, I'm not no sheriff out to bust anyone, and I'm actually definitely not official in any capacity. Like, that's not only stolen valor, but like impersonating an officer. Or as lame as a security guard being like, hey, but at the same time, they do have some authority because they are hired by the company to protect assets. Now, maybe not Kyle Rittenhouse level protect assets, but even that, like, however you feel about Kyle Rittenhouse, that's the underlying thing was he saw and he was convinced that, all of these things, and then there was a bunch of damage. Sorry, that's even my own bias for the BLM because I'm a big BLM supporter. However, and I've just been, debating that whole thing with a bunch of my friends, like, it was still bad, breaking stuff. But I saw a picture, there was like this college kid that was just like, just more like wannabe activist type thing, or a hacktivist even. That's something we got to worry about in the cyber world. Because there's people that do that thinking they're doing a righteous cause. That's why religion is so dangerous, because, they believe they're doing this in the name of God or for God. And it's like, well, you know, and that's what I've been talking with a lot of people. It's just look at these Greek gods. There used to be multiple gods and goddesses. There's a lot of goddesses too that were just considered deities, or like a level above human, like immortal, sure, but I mean more so like of another level. And so even then, like there's myths about giants living. Like even if there was a race of giants on this earth, they would still, I could see them being considered one level above. Oh my gosh, is this gonna hurt? A lot of SMGs. Heard someone else coming. Ooh. Yes. I want to hire somebody. I like friends. That's all I'm going to spend money on is hiring someone else. Anyways, yeah, religion. That's why it's so important. I mean, and like a lot of people here in America were raised Christian, but not everyone. Like there's a lot of Judean stuff. Oh, we can go get them. I'd like to get some sheep. But I mean, might just have to grin and bear it. I mean, we definitely have heals. If it goes sideways, which it might. Okay, do your thing again. Do your scan. Or be ready to go fight. I mean, because you gotta predict like how much time has passed, how far can they come at you if they were just coming straight at you. Come on, do the thing. There we go. Thank you. Oh, or that could be a thing. I don't know why I was reloading. Jeez. Alright, amateur hour over here. Alright, so anyways. Yeah, religion, it's important. And that's why it's so important talking to, some of my Muslim friends in colleges. Because it was just, you talk to them long enough, you realize, yeah, it's all the same God. I mean, if you ascribe to that. There's a lot of people that don't. I mean, like, I guess it's more of a, there's so many different, like, ideas out there. And I mean, full-blown, or theories, too. But, like, you can't just say, well, and how vain is it, too? Anything that created life, humanity, I mean, and only, talking or approaching one group of people, I mean, because that's the age-old thing that, like, people have been fighting about over all the years is, like, no, my God's real, no, my God's real. Well, it's like, okay, you got one God, and, this and that. could easily be the same. In fact, it is the same God. Like, because then if it's not, you're getting into the idea that there's more than one God, and so then it's like back to this, like Greek mythology, which isn't all that far-fetched. And I've said it before a few times. Like, you could replace the word God with the word force. Like, there's the force of the seas, or the physical forces that we've come to learn and study in science. Like, we now understand like how the moon affects tides and such. I mean, the water just doesn't leave because somebody wanted to soak up a bunch of water somewhere, or there's like an Asian, I think, myth where someone sucks up all the sea, or it could even be a kid's book, honestly. Like human creativity, it doesn't have to be some age-old like ancient legend, although Confucius has a bunch of interesting things. And then there's all these memes about what Confucius didn't really say. I love that. Like, there's a meme out there that says, "I didn't really say all that stuff." Signed Confucius. Like, but I mean, seriously, that's what all people do. It's like they think, they try to figure out, because you're trying to figure out how to survive and thrive anyway. And then, no matter what the situation is, people will people. And I really base all of this on is like the scientific similarity. And I really should look that up, what Neil deGrasse Tyson said. But he gave it an actual figure. Like, I want to say it was like 93 or 97% or something like 90 something. Like that we are all alike, like the same. So on like a DNA biological level, like the way that we use people, and even those variations, it's not which variation is better or worse. Like, yeah, which, I mean, there's racism for you. So, because there was a distinction that there was a real big difference, but it's not. It's minuscule. Like, and I guess that it hits harder to people that have been to college and had to like weigh their life choices on what kind of grades they got on tests and assignments. Like, 90 is pretty darn good. That's, I mean, just from even that standpoint, but like, can we do that while we're flying? Got one hand on the phone and one hand on the control. Let's see. Alright. Kneel. The grass. People are similar. 90%. Okay, so that's going to correct me and be like, actually, but I put, a number and a percent because I'm trying to format the output to what I want it to say. Like, so it's going to say, it's going to look on the relative articles based on the search keys, which every single word in there is a key or smiley face or symbol or whatever I put in there. You got to be careful, because if you try to put too much random stuff in there, it could be seen as like an attempt to hack, and it could get you flagged. Not arrested, not taken away somewhere or something, but oh shoot. I mean, really batting 1,000 here with the gun choices. Definitely exposed out here. Okay. I mean, this one's okay, but it uses sniper ammo. It's a thumper. This one is anyway. It's like a Desert Eagle. 50 cal. Let's see. Very low fire rate. Ooh, child. All right. Sorry, talking about racism. Didn't mean that to be it. All right. But, and I gotta tell people this a lot too. Car crashes. Nobody intended for a car crash to happen. Yet it happens. So what do you do when it does? What do you do when someone says something messed up? You just write them off and like, oh no, like you're evil and your whole entire family should die and all this. What? No. That's how we used to do things back in the medieval times, in the Dark Ages. Like, it's like Game of Thrones nonsense. I haven't even watched a lot of Game of Thrones, but like, I've watched enough to kind of get that reference that it is. It's kind of barbaric and medieval shenanigans. Like, a bunch of weird, raunchy stuff goes on, and like, not saying it doesn't now, but we generally discourage death and dismemberment. I mean, and really, religions at the base do as well. Well, I mean, because the biggest argument for the word means peace. Now, how you get there, and like, what's okay, what's not. I think there's some differences there, but even then, it's like looking at the track record. I mean, yeah, I don't even want to get into all that because my whole stance on that is like, I don't go into it. It's so easily to be offensive one way or the other, like which side you support. Like, even like not supporting one or the other is accidentally supporting the others by, some very loose logic. That's why it's hard to talk about. But same with politics and religion, because it's almost like no matter what, you're going to be glass housing. The idea of glass houses is don't throw stones at glass houses, meaning that if you're going to do bring it. Oh, nice! Oh, I almost destroyed them. Oh, Peter! Oh, it's Fancy Peter! Touche, sir. Take the golden gun. You earned it. Whew. Anyways, and that's why, like, ugh, I got family that are Christian, family that are Catholic, family that are Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, friends that are Libertarian. Let's do one more round. I know we're at 26 minutes. So we'll try and make it a quick one. We'll dive like really close. It might not even have to be an attempt too, but yeah. So basically, the whole crux of all that, what you just witnessed, was me trying to brainstorm ideas for Google Docs so I could start outlining arguments and debates with people, just discussions and key points, and like, because it's like how we vote here in Colorado. We get a blue book of all the issues. Also, yeah, my son picked that. It's pretty sweet. Doom. That's the first gory game I watched in 2nd grade. Cause I was shoulder surfing one of my friend's dads, playing it and just watching it. It's like I caught my son watching me playing Borderlands. Gosh, he was about the same age. It's hard. They're sneaky. They are so sneaky. You know, you tuck them in. You think, and that's why, like, for a while there, I was just like, nah, I'm gonna sit in the room until I know they are asleep. There we go, we'll just drop everything. Alright. Anyways, but it's handier with the Google Docs with the links and the articles, and you can't just like throw a bunch of articles at people and expect them to read them, and like, you gotta give them time, and you gotta make it bite-sized pieces of information. Yeah. So, yeah, and part of that, and I kind of went off the rails a little bit, it sounded like. So I was in the discussion, started talking about magic mushrooms a lot, and like, the science of it. Johns Hopkins and even Time Magazine wrote an article about how it could be a potential game changer for addiction issues and PTSD and depression. It's currently the way we handle depression. If someone's really sad or had a lot of, unfortunate things happen to them to where their life, even if it's just perceived that way. Also, yeah, we're gonna die pretty quick here. There's a lot of people coming. Shoot. So hold on. We're gonna die quick. But the thing to remember is, at the end of the day, it's all people. So that's why I spend so much time worrying about this. And it is uncomfortable. Like, now that I've breached that with... Oh, gosh. This is totally like Borderlands, which it means probably Borderlands is more like Mad Max. I think this is based off of Mad Max. there's some. Ooh, fight. Okay, got that. Oh, you're fighting someone else. Yeah, got two. I don't have the ammo to take on anyone else. Look at that. I don't have shield either. Wait. Okay. Oh, yeah. I saw one across the way, too. That's what I was looking at. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, and I even have 76, so the bandages do nothing. Saw someone shoot over there on the redstone. So anyways, once I get it, I'm going to try to figure out a way to link it on my YouTube channel. Because, I mean, even as awkward as it is, it's just best to get that out of the way that, like, a lot of my videos talk about trying to figure out politics and religion and why we need to either stop caring so much about certain parts of it, listen to, like, the quote-unquote other side on some parts, and some parts, like, just kind of dispel rumors, too. Like, the kids identifying as animals in the classroom and using litter boxes, that's just ridiculous. And yeah, I can see that's scary. But, like, not to say that it's not going to happen ever. Like, there's going to be someone that takes it all the way. But, like, as far as, like, I want you to address me as a cat, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. And I could be wrong. Maybe. But even if that, like, the actual outrage is kitty litter in classrooms, which was debunked by the election. And there was debates about that, and there was back and forth, and there are articles about that from Fox News saying that it was debunked, that there was kids using litter boxes like that. So, anyways, and that's why it's a double down, because let's go fight the car. It's a double down because it's also a slight against, you know, gun rights. And now there's the boogeyman of, like, the Democrats trying to take away gun rights, when in reality it's more the Republicans with their war on drugs that have actually taken the 2A gun right away from a lot of people. Anyone with a felony. If you get a felony, which means you mess up bad enough for it to be considered, okay, up here's bad, you know, you could get a felony for spray painting, you know, you could vandalism, stealing, like drug possession, like any of those things, and then you are marked as, also you're marked as like 10 years of having, you know, low rate jobs, or there's still jobs out there, but it's that much harder. You're probably not going to get a desk job in a lot of situations, at least until like 10 years or something is about the average for, like, depends on what it is too. Even some DUIs I think are felonies. Like, then, you know, I've had a friend who had to work for or was working for a software place, and like he had to jump through some hoops to even be allowed to work there for a DUI. Like, and around here they get handed out like candy because we're a college town. So I mean, you know, it's good business, get that quota, but also there are legal limits where, I mean, it still burns me to this day. I've had a friend had a cop tell him, you should have waited an hour, like, because he blew like just over the legal limit, and you know. Which, I mean, true, yeah, he should have waited until he blew an acceptable limit, but it's so hard to regulate that. I mean, I've known people that carried around breathalyzers for just that reason. Alright, let's go fight. Where are they at? Oh, man. Oh. Right, here's someone else. Oh, what? Yeah! Shouldn't be trying that stuff with me, although, I mean, I am definitely, like, dead here soon. Oh, man. This is such a bad idea. Coming out of the car? Wasting ammo just shooting at him. Alright. coming back? Please tell me he's coming back. You don't want to risk it for the biscuit, huh? There's someone else driving out. There's like 2 cars going on over that way. Okay. Whew. Anyways, layers. I mean, like, even if you go to AA or NA, like, they say, you know, a higher power. It doesn't have to be God. It could be, you know, like, whoever has more authority over your life or control. Like, there's someone above you. And really, there are layers of control, whether you like it or not. I mean, there's just different facts of life. And we're working on making that more even, spreading democracy, and the whole point of a lot of our world warfare. Unfortunately. And it gets explained with a lot of our games like this, like Call of Duties and all that. Like, you get to see the inside story of why America's like invading all these places and killing all these people, because it is a lot. It's a lot. Like, don't think that's lost on us. All right, well, I got 2 health. Let's just go kamikaze. I meant for this to be a quick like 3-hour tour. I'm just kidding. It's a throwback to. Oh man, okay. Actually, this might be a little bit longer than that. Or I'll probably die because someone just drives up on me and sees all this. Okay. All right. I want to try this crossbow explosive thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Come on. Oh, shoot. Come on. Got him. Alright. Whew. I like this crossbow thing. Okay. Also, there's a car and an upgrade. Okay, I was gonna say, if we can find a car, we can get that upgrade. And if we can get that upgrade, we can, you know. It's already down to 18. Not 4. Not like this is any stellar gameplay, but I mean, it's kind of that hybrid stuff. Like, I still love my original. Yeah. I mean, I still know how to use this thing. Heal with that. Nice. Let's get some more slurp gas. Yeah. I feel like there should be some like heavy metal playing. Like just murder everything. Although I don't like the dystopian future type where there's like a limited finite amount of resources and understanding how to use them. That's why I like Borderlands, because there's still a mix of like culture in it to where it's like science. But at the same time there's savagery, so it's still kind of like, and it's all fake too. Like, I would never want to live here, this would be horrible. But to pretend to live here, okay. You know, get away with a bunch of outlets of testosterone actually sounds pretty good. But fake them. I want to go out and do this in real life. I mean, and you only get one go in real life. You know, people going out here and yeehaw like this. Alright, I gotta find something. It's getting ridiculous. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do after this. Sit down, have some Google Docs. Because what I have in Minecraft is politics and religion laid out on a few podiums with some concepts. So I can walk over to it, open a book, and point to it and be like, there, see? This is what I was thinking. Google Docs are okay, but I feel like, if there was more of a whiteboardy way, we could figure that out. Wait, that was the whole point. Fight to the death. That looks like some bro. Yeah. Oh man. Give me that gold. Gold. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Like someone just portaled or rifted. Okay, that could be coming from the island. I'm just messing with them. Destroying their structures. Surprised nobody's like, oh, nice. Alright. Tally ho! Come on with this rust box. Oh, that was a crown. Golden something. No, it's not a crown, but it's a golden. Oh. So basically, I keep talking about a lot of this stuff without actually doing it. So I need to write like the Google Docs, get them down on paper. I don't want to take a break, do some Minecrafting, jot out the thoughts. I think I did an okay job of that. With all this. Yeah, slurp cactus. Let's go and fix ourselves. Oh man. Like, how have we not been? Oh yeah, there we go. Engaged by an enemy. Really good box on the lizard ribs. I think that's cool. Nice. Alright. Sorry. This is so ridiculous. Like, what is that even? Alright. Sorry, this is way over half an hour. I apologize. Well, at least you can see the time before you start these things, so apologies. Ah, okay. Alright, ta-ta for now. That's definitely plenty. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Happy Fortnite.